Civil War isn't science fiction. It's speculative reality drawn from the headlines we scroll past every day. Alex Garland has crafted something rare. A war film without glorification. A dystopia without excess. What unfolds is a portrait of America not as it might be, but as it nearly is, fractured by polarization, eroded by propaganda, and abandoned by leadership more concerned with loyalty than legitimacy. Through the lens of war journalists, played with haunting restraint by Kirsten Dunst and Kaylee Spaney, we traverse a country in pieces, some cities crumbling, others clinging to an eerie normalcy. The genius lies in the nuance. This isn't red versus blue, good versus evil. It's chaos as governance, ideology as identity, and cruelty as currency. This movie isn't about war or politics at all. It's an adventure story about a group of war photographers. Very little is ever discussed or explained about the war itself, how it started, nor the political affiliations of those involved. The story is mostly about the photographers and how the journey affects them as people. I've watched this film 4 times, and every time I seem to like it more. Most everyone I know felt let down with it, and I almost skipped it. But I am so glad I didn't, because I find more of the message each time I do. The soundtrack for me sets the mood with not being mainstream and actually creates an unfamiliar, terrifying world. The dark shadows in the photography also set the tone of what the country is experiencing. Is there action? Sure there is, and I feel too much would have ruined the message and the mission of the characters. The action and violence is unsettling, but appropriately placed. I don't think the filmmaker intended to make an action film. Forget what others have said and give it a watch. A truly immersive experience into what a civil war in America could feel like. I was fortunate enough to enjoy an IMAX screening, and a particular standout of the film was the sound design. Civil War uses its surround sound space as a viral part of its storytelling. The gunshots truly rock you and surround you. Even the soundtrack has explosive moments that jar you and remind you that you are in a place of chaos and instability. A powerful movie that shows the hard realities of a country torn apart by its own people. The film highlights how normal life can continue in some areas even when there's turmoil all around. Much like certain neighborhoods in Damascus where life went on as usual. A memorable moment is when a soldier asks, "What type of American are you?" This scene reflects how conflicts can lead to divisions based on place, religion, or background, causing senseless violence. Another striking scene is when the main characters confront the tyrant behind the conflict. He pleads, "Don't let them kill me," showing how selfish leaders care more about themselves than their suffering people. The war scenes are incredibly realistic, making you feel like you're right there in the midst of battle. Overall, Civil War offers a deep look into humanity, power, and strength, and is a must-see for anyone wanting to understand the challenges of civil conflict. I think many people have missed the real message of the movie. Could it have been better? Of course. However, my rating isn't about the movie's political implications, but rather about how it shows the possibility of our country heading in that direction. The film effectively illustrates potential realities we could face. It highlights how extremists on both sides, driven solely by their own beliefs, can overlook the impact on others. One of the early scenes brought me to tears, reflecting on the possibility of such actions happening among us. By the end, I was overwhelmed with a sense of dread. I encourage you to watch this film with an open mind, rather than expecting polarizing content, so you can grasp how quickly our relatively young nation could shift towards such a daunting new normal. If you like my review, please press the like button. And if you like my narrative, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Happy holidays!